Right, 23 July 2024. And today I'm going to give you yet another update on all the trending stories that are taking place in Zimbabwe. So today I want to give you something that has been brewing for a long time in the Zimbabwe military. And I want to start with what happened yesterday. Yesterday, there was a burial of Brigadier General Chaminuka, and the sight there was crazy. This has never happened before. You can see what the army generals did yesterday. So I want to start by showing you the pictures. So the army generals of Zimbabwe are here on your screen. And you can see that all of them are wearing the same thing on their faces. And they're all afraid for their lives. They're afraid that they will all die one by one. And for the guys on TikTok, I'm going to put this for you, the pictures for you on our channel on Gambakwe.com. So all of them are afraid for their lives. Here is ordinary people don't seem to care. They don't seem to be concerned at all. So something has happened to our network. I hope that it clears up and gets better. But you can see that ordinary people are not concerned. That is, ordinary people are sitting there without masks. That is the family of Chaminuka there. But the army generals, all of them, not a single one of them, except for that lady. I don't know who she is. She's not wearing a mask. Everyone else is masked up. And this is because there's a fear that a lot of people are going to lose their lives. And this has already started. Generals are dying every single day. There's Keno Kabaira here who died yesterday. And every single week, there's a new general who is dying, someone who's losing their lives. So there's great fear in the Zimbabwe military, and especially among the generals, that they will be wiped out. I don't know whether by natural means or by unnatural means, but they're all losing their lives. They're dying, and they're afraid that they'll be gone. Unfortunately, what happened in the past 3 years is that many, many generals have died. We're talking here of over 50 generals have lost their lives. And it's not clear what is killing them. However, the situation is now reached another level. They have all just said, let's come out and protect ourselves. And I think this is natural among the top. So I don't know if they're giving the ordinary soldiers the same masks that they're taking. So yesterday, Mnangagwa presided over the burial of Brigadier General Michael Chaminuka, and they also made Comrade, I don't know if he's Brigadier General Lamek Mutanda. He was also made a hero, but I don't think he was buried yesterday. I think he was buried way back in the past. So this is the situation in the Zimbabwe military. The generals are masking up seriously, afraid that they will die. And this is almost like a protest, like a silent protest here. When I looked at it, it looked to me like a silent protest. Kuti we're being finished. Tukubatwa se ishwa. My generals are kubatwa se ishwa. So now let me go to my next story. A very sad story. And this is to do with the 3 Kenyans who were arrested in Zimbabwe. So 3 Kenyans were arrested in Zimbabwe, and they've been in jail since 18 June. And more details have now emerged. So now let me display the pictures for you. The young lady that you're seeing here, she is called Wambugu. Okay, let me give you a full name. Catherine Nyokabi Wambugu. She was arrested on the 18th of June after she was raided by detectives in Zimbabwe. And she is very well known for what are called Wambugu apples. So I do not know why they arrested her, but according to my sources, there was a dispute between Catherine Nyokabi Wambugu Sarah Wangari, Njoroge, and Daniel Ndonga. And these are the Kenyans who arrived in Zimbabwe, and they are Zimbabwean partners. So you can see that they were flying into Zimbabwe here. They were in the plane arriving in Zimbabwe on the 18th of June. They had business partners in Zimbabwe who then had a dispute with them. And these business partners went to the police and reported them for the business that they were doing together, which is the selling of apple seedlings. So it was not something sinister. Catherine is well known for her work with the Wambugu apples. And today she's going to be sentenced together with Sarah and Daniel. They're going to be sentenced, so they've pleaded guilty. And let's see if they're going to be sentenced or they're going to be sent back to their country. But this is a business dispute, according to my sources, and the Zimbabwean partners are the ones who went and reported these three to the police, and have resulted in them being arrested. So it's a business deal gone wrong. And unfortunately, this has resulted in the arrest of the three Kenyans, and we have spent a long time in jail. So I hope that today they'll be released and they'll be able to go back to their country safely, because I've been watching Catherine's work on internet, and she's well known for these apples. And I don't think those apples are a danger. I just think that there was a mistake somewhere in the business, and these guys need to sort themselves out. I'm yet to establish who are the business partners in Zimbabwe, but I know that they were staying at a lodge in Hillside, and they were selling the apples at a place called the Mwana Dream Park in Easlea. So that is according to H Metro newspaper. My brothers are on top of this story. So let's see what happens, and I hope the H Metro guys find out who are the Zimbabwe business partners, because obviously they didn't write that in their newspaper. But it turns out that there is a Zimbabwean business partner who reported these guys to the police through some dispute that had taken place in their business. So let's see who that is and what has happened over there. Then I've got an interesting project here, which I want to showcase for you. And this is CBZ Bank. So CBZ Bank is one of the biggest banks in Zimbabwe. In fact, one of the biggest. And they're launching a project through their company called Dadvest. And this is a very interesting project. I've seen the pictures of Northgate. So I'm not marketing these guys. I don't have a contract with anybody. So Northgate is this property here. So that is what they're displaying, is what they're going to be developing, a mixed use development. And they say they want it to look like Sandton, Johannesburg. Northgate is going to have houses ranging from 400 square meters to 1,200 square meters. It's going to have 8,000 residential stands, and it's being sold already. They said that out of those 8,000 stands, they've been approached by 100,000 people who are interested in having houses here. They've been selling in South Africa and in UK. So you can check out the details that I'm displaying here, and you can talk to Managing Director Nyazema here. He's the one who is marketing the project. So that is an interesting project from CBZ. They're going to make a whole lot of money here, especially if they develop a mall of this nature. So just check out what CBZ is displaying. CBZ doing very, very well. CBZ. So I now want to go to other stories very quickly. Let's look at what else is trending. I'm not going to talk a lot about SADC today, because I want to bring you guys more detail on SADC tonight. SADC is on the verge of a very big decision on Zimbabwe, because the Zimbabwean guys haven't finished their projects. Under Mnangagwa, nothing finishes. No project Mnangagwa will finish. And when they launch a project, you feel sorry for Mnangagwa. So I want to show you what they launched yesterday. So yesterday, you can see there's Jenfan here, and Mafume Mayor. Yesterday, they launched a project, a bridge. Very sad. I want to show you this bridge. So let's remove the banner. That little bridge there near the flags, it has taken more than 13 months to build that bridge. It's a little bridge, no more than 10 meters long. And this is what been stopping the road from opening. So yesterday, they finally opened the road, but you can clearly see that this is a very dangerous road. It's got no guards on the side, and it's very steep. So this road is barely finished. This is the quality of work that these guys have been doing, and it has taken a very, very long time. I think this road was eventually finished by Bitumen World when the guys who originally started it had failed to finish. So we have a serious problem here, and this road is not dual. This road should be dual because of the nature of this suburb. It's going to be one of the busiest suburbs in Zimbabwe. Unfortunately, these guys are not finishing. Their projects are not well done, and we've got a massive problem. SADC is going to be very, it's been in a bad situation because of what has happened. Check out Parliament. I just want to show you the latest pictures of Parliament, what it looks like now. The Parliament building is very nice. It's a very nice building, well done. But around this mountain, it's a steep mountain. I don't think most of you have ever been to this mountain. It's a very steep. And currently, there is no road to this thing. The road is not done. The Zimbabweans were supposed to fix the road. If you stand on top of Parliament and take a picture going down, you will see that there is a massive undeveloped road on the left. And also, there is a lot of roadworks and earthworks to be done here. So this is not finished, but I will talk more about it in the evening. My projects are pairing because of corruption. These guys steal half of the money, and then the other half, they don't finish the project. That is why we have a serious problem in Zimbabwe. If you go to Rainbow, yesterday's SADC inspected the Rainbow, and they expressed their concern. So I'm going to play for you the video later tonight because I don't want to spend my time on it. There is a lot happening, and especially my focus this week is on the human rights situation. Timber and 78 people are arrested and in jail. And today we're going to start distributing more letters to SADC presidents. We're also going to go to European Union, AU. We're going to go to Pan-African Parliament, anyone who can go to until these guys are released. Mnangagwa is destroying our country. Mnangagwa Arguravan Nenzara, and he's causing a lot of problems. And I'm also going to write to Mnangagwa today. Mnangagwa needs to understand Kuti, arresting people, the old way of thinking. That is what is causing Mnangagwa to arrest people and throw them in jail. You don't get more power by arresting people. You get more power by dialogue. And that is where Mnangagwa is failing. I just want to look at another story. Dara John Piri here has received $500 voucher from OK Zimbabwe. And on the right, you can see Tilda Moyo. Tilda Moyo, very nice. I like Tilda Moyo's things, shows. They make me laugh. And then Temba Mkanda on the left. Temba Mkanda, Dinefira Rako. But those are the guys, very nice guys, veterans in the journalism industry. Especially if you look at Temba, I didn't know he was still in the mix. And obviously, Tilda Moyo has done very well. She has reinvented radio, and she's mixed radio and social media, doing very, very well. I think she's probably one of the best broadcasters that we've had coming out of Zimbabwe. And John Piri, I think the reason why he ended up struggling so much is because he did not move to the new media. So I always tell media guys about new media and old media. New media is Gambakwe. Old media is the guys who stayed Kuzma old ZBC. If you go to studio ZBC, in around 500, and they're all trying to produce one video. Whereas Isusu, we produce multiple videos a day, and our team has got no more than 10 people. So at the whole of Gambakwe right now, we're 10 people, and we produce a lot of different things. Some of them, you don't even know it's us that are in there producing the stuff. Yeah, so I think this is amazing. Okay, Zimbabwe, thanks very much, okay, for giving Dara you $500, but that's not enough. You need to do something that will last. Let me see if there's anything else in the newspaper of interest. Right, there is something very interesting in South Africa. I want to show you guys Itumeleng Khune. So Itumeleng Khune is a player for Kaizer Chiefs, and his contract came to an end on the 30th of June. So the Chiefs team is in Turkey, where they are doing their preseason training, and they've not taken him. He is currently not training with the team, the people that remained behind at Chiefs at Naturena. So he's basically without a club. And what Chiefs are doing is they're preparing to provide him with a position, a new position in the team. And they say they are still discussing what that position is going to be, because he knows no other team. And the club's manager, Jessica Mutaung, has said she is still in negotiation with Itumeleng Khune to see what his future is going to look like. So this guy is very popular in the, not just in soccer, but he's almost like a socialite. And so people are interested in knowing what is going to happen to Itumeleng Khune. So that is very interesting in terms of sports in South Africa. Then there is a massive case that has happened in South Africa. And this case is with regards to this young lady here. She's called Sipokazi Njoroge. She was 14 years old when she was raped by a taxi driver, a photographer at a mall. So she has decided to show her face, and she says she wants everyone to know that even if a rape happens more than 50 years ago, you can still report. So she reported the guy for rape after, I think, 17 years. And the guy has been arrested. This guy is Olani Kangwane, and he's been sentenced yesterday. So this is a very big case in South Africa. He's been sentenced yesterday to a long period in jail after he was found guilty of rape. So this happened long back. He went to jail for 10 years. And on the day he came out of jail, she saw him at a mall. And he was sent, he then went to court, and now he's been sentenced to another long period in jail. So you can check out the story. It's trending in South Africa. So if you rape girls in their, it's 10 years ago or 20 years ago, you can still go to jail after 10 years, and they'll send you to another 10 years. So just go for girls that like you. Like, don't, if a girl doesn't like you, like, leave it and go to other girls. There are so many girls that like you. Don't go for the ones that don't like you. So that is a very interesting story there in South Africa. So I want to wrap up. I need to run to the gym. Let us look at our top trending stories that I talked about here. Zimbabwe military generals terribly afraid for their lives. They're all now wearing masks. These guys have been dying left, right, and center. And they're afraid that this is going to happen again. What happened last year? 50 of them gone. And we're not even talking about the lower ranks. They're terrified that they're going to be killed, whether naturally or by natural causes. But all of them here, this is a silent protest. If you know what is called a silent protest, this is a silent protest by General Arubatwa Seishwa. And this is the family of Brigadier General Chaminuka here. And as I said, I showed you Mnangagwa handing over. Did I show you Mnangagwa handing over this certificate to the wife of Chaminuka over here? So General Arubatwa Seishwa, and things are not moving well in the army. They don't know what to do. It's easy. It's easy. If someone is going to get you, get them first. But anyway, let us look at what is going to happen tonight. Tonight, I'm going to give you guys an update. We need the guys who are in jail to come out. This cannot be emphasized more. Mnangagwa cannot arrest people and keep them in jail without trial. So let's do our best, support the videos that are putting out on this, send them to as many people as possible. Let's get Timber and the 78 guys out. And Mnangagwa should no longer arrest people. After this, Mnangagwa should stop arresting people. We don't want a country that is so backward, where people are being arrested and people are being thrown in jail, people are being beaten. We want a free country that is developing. and Zimbabwe has got such a massive opportunity. But these things written on Mnangagwa, zokusunga vanhu every day and keeping them in jail without trial, that is so prehistoric, and he should stop immediately. Mnangagwa ari kuuraya nyika yedu yeZimbabwe, and Mnangagwa ari kuuraya vanhu nenzara. This is terrible. I cannot believe that in 2024 we're still talking about arresting and throwing innocent people in jail. That is something we expect from the past, not from where we are right now. I think there's one newspaper that I didn't look at. Let's look at Chronicle newspaper. Very nice newspaper. I like the Chronicle newspaper. Chronicle newspaper is saying SADC summit preps impress president. Let's see what happens today. Tonight I'll show you guys more information. And Engineer Amos Marawa didn't come out with the detail of what has been done. Instead, they say they come up with 7,000 projects. There is not 7,000 projects that Mnangagwa has done. The country is a big construction site with no finished projects. Mnangagwa is not completing his projects, and the sooner Mnangagwa steps down, the better. He's destroying our country with unfinished projects and corruption. Then let's go to another story. Let's see if they've got a local story here. I'm not seeing any local story. Mr. and Mrs. Little Gwanda returns. So let me show you guys this, and then I'll bring this to an end. So this is very interesting. There is a little Mr. and Mrs. Gwanda. So you can check it out over here. This is a beauty pageant. I think there's a lot of beauty pageants taking place in Zimbabwe. So let's see who is running this. Held under the theme Reinforcing Children's Rights, 20 models aged between 4 and 8 who vie for the 2 titles of the runaway. So these are the stories. You can check it out in the Chronicle newspaper. Very interesting over here. So I would like to end this here, and I'll be back in the evening. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support, and a good day